Hey everybody, welcome back to another movie review. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. This is kind of an interesting setting. My car currently right now is getting some repairs done, getting some oil changes and stuff like that. Um, and while I am waiting, I went to see a film, finally, because I know we've been doing a lot of topic videos as of late. So, I decided to check out something, and I checked out A Man Called Otto, which is directed by Mark Foster, I believe that's how you say his last name, who's directed a few things here or there. Kind of like a scatter type filmmaker. He did what the hell did he do? I'm trying to remember a few of his work. He did Christopher Robin most recently, which I liked. It wasn't too bad. On Finding Neverland, among other things. And he's due to be directing a Thomas the Tank Engine film, which I heard about. Interesting. But it's a remake of a foreign language film. I forget the language. I believe it's Swedish, I think. I could be wrong. But it tells a story of essentially a grump, but a suicidal grump, actually. And he's, dealing with the loss of his wife, and is kind of developed kind of a cynical type mindset. And new neighbors come into the neighborhood, and they present him a chance to live a more positive lifestyle than the negative one that he is living at the current moment. So it's kind of like as good as it gets, it kind of has that motif going, right down to like having an animal thing pop up to kind of push him more towards that positive light. And the difference between As Good As It Gets and this is that As Good As It Gets actually has some substance, where this just feels pretty hollow and pretty just basic stuff. It's not to say that it doesn't have tenderness. It certainly does. It has a fair share of it. I found myself actually, weirdly enough, even though I found the film overall to be pretty mediocre, I found myself emotionally charged in certain parts, because what really makes the film engaging, I guess, in some regards, is a lot to do with the craftsmanship. It's and it elicited similar responses that Christopher Robin did for me, which is that there's this gentleness that Mark always has in his filmmaking, and it feels a lot is the same here. And I do have taken issue with some of the jokes, because there's some sensitive material, as I address. There's a lot about suicide that's addressed in the film, which is a very sensitive thing for me, and a lot to do with a lot to do with heart disease as well. And they do kind of bring some jokes, and they're innocent enough, but I still think that they come off a little questionable at best. I get it, it's a comedy, so I don't, I get it. There's some stuff to not be taken too seriously, but if we're going to be talking about real world things, I would appreciate a little bit more of a sensitive side, but that's just me. But it's pretty basic. I mean, you know how it's going to go. It has some emotional investment in it, mainly due to the craftsmanship at it, because it's actually fairly well shot. I do think, though, that performance-wise, it's pretty weak. I think that Tom Hanks is just kind of there just to be there. He doesn't really put in much of anything, really. And I mean, it's like basic Tom Hanks, if I were to put it in a certain light. It's like, it's like Tom Hanks try to be grumpy, and it doesn't really work for me, because he has such a positive aura to him, or at least just how he is in general with his work and how he acts it out. I don't really buy the fact that he's a grump. You know what I mean? It feels more like a front or anything, and I get that that's kind of the point with the character, is that he's trying to like, he's not trying to like feed off of the positive stuff that are around him. But I just thought the performance was, just didn't really feel authentic to me. I didn't buy the fact that he was a grown-up. So, but it does have some tenderness to it that does create some level of engagement, some level of interest, and some emotional investment. So it's harmless. It's pretty harmless. Like I said, some jokes I do find a little considering the subject matter. But I think it's perfectly okay. It's not something that I would run out and see. It's not something that I would throw to the wayside either. It's okay. It's just perfectly okay. That's the best way I can put it. So that's my thoughts on A Man Called Otto. Pretty harmless little thing. I would say disposable, but there's some stuff in it that might get you. But you guys, let me know your thoughts if you guys saw the film. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So hopefully we'll have more reviews in the future, because I know that we had like 4 topic videos back to back. It's just been pretty hectic as of late. But you guys want to know your thoughts on A Man Called Otto. If you guys enjoyed the film, or if you didn't like the film, let me know in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for this little review. Hope you guys enjoyed the outdoor setting for this one. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.